Good morning, Mr. Bay. Now calling case number 24T00158. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Vash Bay. Can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Dash Bay.
Okay, thank you very much. So before we get started, I do see that we have an advice of rights form in here for you that you sign. Do you have any questions about your rights this morning?
No.
Okay. Do you wish to be represented by the public defender?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. So the purpose of this arraignment is to explain to you the charge against you. So I'm not asking you at this point if you agree with this. I will just be asking you if you understand what the charge against you is. So what I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about April 6th of 2024 at Whitaker and Stony Creek, you did operate a motor vehicle in a place open to the general public or generally accessible to motor vehicles while under the influence of alcoholic liquor and or having an alcohol content of 0.17 grams or more per 210 liters of breath or per 100 milliliters of blood. This is contrary to Ypsilanti Township Ordinance Code 58-286. This count is otherwise known as operating while intoxicated with a high BAC. So, you understand all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. There's a maximum penalty for this of up to 180 days in jail, a fine of not less than $200 or more than $700 with court costs, or both. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So, at this time, I am noting that you are appearing voluntarily, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So, shall the court enter a not guilty plea on your behalf?
I was going to go ahead and just plead guilty.
Okay. So, due to the nature of this charge and because I am the magistrate, I cannot accept a guilty plea from you. That has to be done by the judge. Okay.
Oh.
So, you'll have the opportunity to do that at your next court date. What I will do for the moment is note that you are standing mute to the charges. Okay. Okay. Your pretrial court date. Your pretrial court date will be July 17th. So that will be July 17th, 2024 at 9 a.m. over Zoom, and that will be before Judge Washington.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And at this time, the court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Within the next 24 hours, you are to report to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing. You will need $12 and a photo ID. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. And you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. So that includes your pretrial on July 17th. That also includes going to community corrections. Now, did you have something that you wanted to ask?
You said the next 24 hours of community corrections?
Yes.
Okay, it might be a little bit difficult for me because I'm in my own vehicle. I haven't had it since the incident, so I've been riding my bike back and forth to work in my I'll try my best
Okay.
to go.
And
I mean, I'm just, yeah.
okay. So what I will do is the 11th. I
I'm
will
supposed to be
give
getting
you
a vehicle the next 4.
here. Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. What I'm gonna do is turn off your camera for the moment because sometimes that helps. Okay. So, you said you're supposed to be getting a vehicle when?
And probably next day or two. But right now I don't have a vehicle. I hadn't had one in a couple months.
Okay. So what I am going to do then is give you until close of business on June 14th. So
Okay.
that's the end of the day, Friday. Okay. If
Okay.
all else fails, I realize I don't think there's transportation from Milan into Ann Arbor, but if you can bike into Ipsy, you can get a bus.
Oh, yeah.
So that, if worst comes to worst. Okay. And I do see we've got a valid 625G permit at this point. Good. Okay. Okay. So you can have
So, what if I have a marijuana card? Can that be okay to smoke marijuana, or no? Do I have to, or just for the alcohol?
so until you get to community corrections, you are not to use marijuana. If you've got your medical marijuana card, take that with you when you go to community corrections. Okay? Because at that point it should be fine, but you're not to use until you've presented your card to them.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No. Is it possible if I could go to Cedar Point the 29th for the job? If I show you documentations or anything like that.
So, okay.
I mean, it's not a necessity. I'm just saying if I can and cannot.
So, as far as getting permission to travel out of state, at this point, the court doesn't have a problem with it necessarily. You need to do everything that the court just ordered as far as going to community corrections and all that. If you need a travel pass to go out of state, call the 14B district court and speak with the probation department. They are the ones who will issue the travel pass, and they will tell you what you need to provide to get one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. The court will set a personal recognizance bond at this time. So basically that means you are promising to show up for your next court date. I will note that the bond and conditions will be entered into the law enforcement information network. So they will be readily accessible to any police officers that you may come into contact with. And if they have probable cause to believe that you have violated one of these conditions, you can be arrested on the spot and held for a bond violation hearing in front of the judge, who may revoke your bond and set a new, more restrictive one. Do you understand all that?
Understand.
Okay, thank you. So then at this time, if you don't have any more questions, you are free to sign out of Zoom.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Unmute. Okay.
Good morning. Give me just a moment.
Morning.
So would you be Keisha Mercedes Burton?
Keisha, yes. Keisha, yes.
Keisha, okay, excuse me. Now calling case number 15T00787. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Keisha Mercedes Burton. State your name for the record, please.
Keisha Mercedes Burton.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for a show cause hearing in this matter. What I have for you is a balance of $1,377.
Okay.
It does look like you have made some payments on this. So
Yes.
thank you for that.
Thank you.
How much more time do you think you need to pay this off?
I'm just kind of in my neck with like hospital bills. I'm trying to figure that out. Over the years, I've been paying for cancer treatment for my mother. So that's kind of what's been holding me back. I've taken care of our household. Whatever the court is allowing me, I guess. I'm only driving Lyft right now because my hand is broken. So whatever the court can allow me.
Okay.
So, is there anything that the court is willing to settle with me with, just to finish it?
Okay, so what I was going to say is if you go onto the 14B District Court website, you can fill out a financial statement form.
Okay.
So
is it okay to grab my phone to write down what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Yes, no problem. Okay, you said, okay, 14B, you said?
Yes.
14B District Court. And you said a financial
Statement.
Statement. Okay.
So if you fill that out, then I can take that into consideration as far as
Yes.
what your financial situation is and everything. Okay.
Okay.
What I will do is set you for another show cause hearing October 1st.
Okay.
Okay. So I would like to see a good faith effort made to make some payments on this. But so long as you're continuing to make progress, I can take the financial statement into consideration at the next hearing on October 1st. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So that will be 10/1/2024, and that will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom, just like this one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Then thank you. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Pick another one. Oops, we got Mr. Minor. Okay, so do that. Mr. Minor, Now calling case number 22W004045R. Please unmute and state your name for the record.
Stefan Minor.
Okay, thank you. Today is the date and time set for a show cause hearing in this matter. I am seeing that you were before me January 9th. You told me it was going to be paid in full. You were before me February 6th. You told me that you were paying that day online.
Yeah, I remember.
Before me again on March 12th and told me that you were going to be paid. It is still not paid and the balance has not changed.
The balance is $618 and I could not afford at the time.
The balance is $180.
That's not what I was told. I was asking if I could pay the installments. They said $618. Then my phone died. I get paid check to check. Just got a newborn. I take care of my dad. And I'm the only way I can pay is to pay in installments.
Okay. So it sounds like you might have tickets someplace else. The balance on this ticket for the 14B District Court has been $180 for quite a while.
Whoa.
So
Okay, when I called, it was a gentleman. He said, I have an old chicks $118.
did you call the 14B District Court?
That's the exact place I've called now.
Okay. We don't have a gentleman who works in the criminal department.
Well, there was a guy I was talking to.
Tell you. Okay. So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to set your next court date. That will be just a moment.
Yep, 14B District Court. At 412. $618. Am I muted? I'm sorry.
You are not. I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Your next court date will be before Judge Washington on July 10th.
July 10th.
That will be at 10 a.m. over Zoom.
I'm writing this down. AM. And what's his name again? I'm sorry.
Her name is Judge Washington,
Judge Washington.
and that will be for a contempt hearing.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't have any questions, then at this time you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Maxine Valverde.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Give me just a second. Sorry. Now calling case number 24T00136. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Maxime Michelle Acuna Valverde. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning. My name is Maxine Valverde.
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson with it on behalf of Ms. Valverde.
Okay, thank you. And my apologies because they have your name spelled wrong on here. Okay. Okay. Today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about December 31st of 2022 at West Michigan Avenue, you did operate a vehicle in a place open to the general public or generally accessible to motor vehicles while under the influence of alcohol and or having an alcohol content of 0.08 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood. This is otherwise known as operating while intoxicated. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, and I do see that we have a signed advice of rights form for you. Do you have any questions about your rights this morning?
No.
Okay, thank you. Then Attorney Anderson, do you wish to address the plea and the bond?
We stand mute and request a personal bond.
So at this time, the court will set the date for your pretrial conference as July 17th. That will be 7/17/2024, and that will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington.
Okay.
And the court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Within the next 24 hours, you are to report to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing. You will need $12 and a photo ID. Do you know where community corrections is located?
Yes.
Okay. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to engage in any sort of criminal activity whatsoever. And you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. So that includes that July 17th court date. That also includes going to community corrections.
Okay.
These conditions will be entered into the law enforcement information network. So they will be readily accessible to any police officers that you may come into contact with. And if they have probable cause to believe that you have violated one of these conditions, you can be arrested on the spot and held for a bond violation hearing in front of the judge, who may revoke your bond and set a new, more restrictive one. Do you understand all that?
Yes. I'm a little confused though. You said in the next 24 hours I gotta report to community corrections. Is that just like once before this, or do I have to keep going, or?
So you'll have to keep going. They will get you set up with a schedule when you get there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Then at this time, the court will set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. So that means that you're not paying anything to be on bond at this time. You're basically promising to show up for that next court date. If you fail to appear, if you violate any of the bond conditions, then a bench warrant may issue for your arrest. So do you understand all
Okay.
that?
Yes.
Okay. Attorney Anderson, do you have anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I do have a question. I apologize. I was on probation when this happened. I ended up doing an extra 6 months of probation for this. And then I did like all my classes and stuff. So when is that something that I can like talk about? Like I haven't even spoken to nobody.
Okay, so that can be, first off, you'll be able to talk to the public defender between now and your next court date, but that'll be something that can be taken into consideration at the next hearing.
Okay, okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any other questions?
No.
Okay, then if you don't have anything else, your hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Drop off. Looks like. It's like it. So. Twice.
Okay, so we'll let both of them in a minute to figure out who they are. Good morning. Can you please unmute and just tell me, are you Lori Aziza Lopez Knox? You need to unmute.
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. So now calling case numbers 20S00461. That is the State of Michigan versus Lori Aziza Lopez Knox. Also calling 20W002507R, which is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Lori Aziza Lopez Knox. So please state your name for the record.
Yes. Lori Lopez Knox.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for show cause hearings in both of these matters.
Hey.
I am seeing that you have a balance of $1,337.
Okay.
So,
I am aware. Yes.
say that again?
I am aware.
Okay, so it looks like you were before me back in February. How much time do you need to pay this off?
Well, I don't know if I can get back on a payment plan, if that's possible. I was gonna pay it in full when I had got my taxes back, like I mentioned the last court date, but somebody actually stole my refund check out of my mailbox. So that it's gonna take a couple months before that even gets cleared.
Just a second.
Until then,
Just a second. Okay. Okay, I turned your video off because sometimes that helps. Can you say something?
yes, hello.
There we go. Okay, you were breaking up really bad, so I turned your camera off so that I can actually hear you. So, okay, what I will do is set another date for you that will be October 1st.
Okay, do I just keep making payments up until then and everything? I know that'll be the best. Anyway.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so I want to see good faith efforts made to pay this down.
Yes.
The no ops ticket, the balance on that is $252. Okay, so if you're able to pay that in full, you can do that online. If the entire balance is paid off before October 1st, then that court date will be canceled. You won't have to come. But one way or the other, I do want to see some sort of progress made to pay down the balance between now and then. Okay?
Okay, so is it 1,300 with the no ops?
Yes, your total balance is
Or is that
yeah,
on top of
1337. No, your total balance is 1337.
Okay.
So the no ops ticket is 252, and then the high BAC has the balance of $1,085 on it.
Okay, I will definitely make payments.
Okay. Then at this point, if you don't have any questions for the court, you are free to sign out of Zoom. Your hearing is concluded.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm the next court was October 2nd?
First.
Oh, October 1st at 9.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You are very welcome. You are free to sign out of Zoom unless you've got any more questions.
Bye-bye.
Okay. You need to connect to audio so that you can hear me. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. You just have to unmute. There we go. So, presumably you are not the person driving, correct?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. Can I have your name, please? You're just labeled as iPhone.
Courtney Mandich.
Okay. Did you hear that?
Last name?
Okay. Now calling case numbers 14T10050, 14T10186, 14T9950, 14W003207, 15T10469, 15T13226, and 18W007565R. These are all the Township of Ypsilanti versus Courtney Mandich. Please state your name for the record.
Courtney Mandich.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for show cause hearings in these matters. I am seeing a total balance remaining of $2,671. It does look like you have been making payments on these. So the court does appreciate that. How much more time do you think you need to pay these off?
At least a couple of more months. Because I'm making minimum payments. I'm not making very large payments.
Okay. The court appreciates that you are making payments at all, so thank you. What I will do is set you for another court date. That will be October 1st.
Okay.
Okay. Continue making payments. If you are able to pay one of the tickets off in full, you can do that online. Okay.
Okay.
So, you just need your ticket number and then you can if you're, like I said, if you're paying a ticket in full, you can do it online. If you're splitting things into more partial payments, then obviously you bring those in or mail them in. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that will be October 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. over Zoom in front of me.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Do you have any questions or anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Okay. To the device, well, the person on the device, excuse me, labeled Morgan. Can you please unmute and tell me your name?
Morgan Lapham Hales.
Spell your last name.
LAPHAM-HAILES.
Now calling case numbers 23W001245A and B. These are the Township of Ypsilanti versus Morgan Lapham Hales. State your name for the record, please.
Morgan Lapham Hales.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for show cause hearings in these matters. What I am seeing is a total balance of $335. So how much time do you need to pay these?
Until December.
Until December.
Yes.
Okay. So I am seeing that you had a hearing last year in April and were to be on a payment plan of $50 a month. I'm not seeing that any payments have been made yet.
Yeah, there was a hearing in January, but then it was canceled that day. It was like the 23rd, I think.
So what I am going to do, the farthest out that I am scheduling right now is October 1st. So I will set you for another show cause hearing on October 1st. That will be at 9 a.m. over Zoom, like this one. Okay.
Okay.
I do want to see some sort of good faith effort to pay these down. Okay.
Yeah, I can start doing it like now. I just wasn't working before, so.
Okay. Okay, then the court will see you back October 1st, 9 a.m. That'll be over Zoom in front of me. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will note that if the entire balance of $335 is paid in full before then that date will be canceled and you won't have to come.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. So at this time, we have no one else in the waiting room.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Well, I guess not good for.
Fair, but yes, so the court is going to call
Okay.
failures to appear.
Okay, it'll either be Ms. Chenault or Matthew Mansur covering your in custodies, depending on when they're called. I know we're expecting that she's going to take off in a little bit. So if not, we've got Matt and he'll join and cover whenever you're ready.
Okay, Sounds good.
Okay, have a good afternoon.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Have a good one, Magistrate.
Yes, you too. Thank you. So as stated, the court is now going to call the cases for people who did fail to appear. Okay. So these defendants should reach out to the 14B District Court as soon as possible because bench warrants may issue for their failures to appear if they have not already issued. 14W002739B, 1600298, 160732. Those are Jakenya Renee Campbell. One 8W001337A and B, and 1800821, Eric Dion Davis. 22000235, 20W002522, and 18W005846, Jabari Harris. 19W010378, 180799, Reginald LaShawn Johnson. 13T00855, Mark Joshua Lyle. 15S00544, Keith Habib Malcolm. 17S00164, Tiana Perrin. 19W002988, 201862, 211487, Tremaine Pinder. 17FB1798 and 190071, Sherry Ann Walker. As well as 2300762, again, Sherry Ann Walker. Two 4W001327A and B, 20W003351A and B and C, Christina Maria Campanella. 24W001362A and B, Caitlin Marie Davidson. 23W004092B, Rhonda Lillian Adams. 18W002826, 23W003960A and B, Alexis Christine Alexander. 23W004250 Cameron Neal Beach. 23W004191 Michael Jean Blankenship. 22W005080 Jessica Jean Bolden. 14W62600 Nicholas Bolt. 21W002619 Cameron Michael Bolton. 15T11900 15T13180 24W000636 Amber Bonham. 21W003874R Bernard Jamar Bonner. 162877 Marcelius Bonner. 22W002212 Alante Boone. 22W004069 Austin Boone. 172459 Jimmy Aaron Boone II. 22S4064491 Dante Booth. 172757 Sean Baki. Should say Sean Nicole Botke. 21W000093 Nick Richard Bordeaux. 21S384962 Daniel Robert Bowe. 15W006793 B. 16W006168 and 16W010539 Robert Allen Bowe. 20W004551 Tamara Bowman. 23W000646 Adara Boyd. 20W002019 Tanika Boyd. 19W003973R Candace Boyette. 21S39166615 Reginald Kaufman. 23S422776A and 23W004360 Lance Benjamin Coleman. 23W004164 Paula Denise Davis. 23W003909A and B Taryn Fowler. 23W004184 Nicole Renee Glenn. 23W003490 Dashika Hall. 23W004181 Eric Heyer Hier. 23W004234 Hussein Hijazi. 24W0002 265A and B, and 21W001608 Jamario Jones Ford, 23W004162 Satoria Jones, 23W004197 Stacy Lincoln, 23W004148A Latoya Middleton, 23W000222A and B Timothy Murray, 23W004091 Audrey Pope, 24W000399 Christian Walls, 23W004215 Lavetta Jean White, 23W001151 18W000387 18W002913 18W006663 21W001061 Tyrone Williams Jr., 18W006234B and A, 23W004146A and B, and 24W000782 Tisha Monique Wilson, 23S42890029 Jamie Wustig, WUSSTIG, and the 24T11028, 24T11029, and 24T11030 Ipsy Motown Properties LLC. So that concludes this docket. Once again, those were all cases where defendants did fail to appear for their court dates as scheduled today, and they should reach out to the 14B District Court as soon as possible because bench warrants may issue for their failures to appear if they have not already issued. Thank you.